So, first of all, congratulations on the movie. We enjoyed it very much.
Thank you.
I was watching the movie. We see Christina first, and then Valeria after. As like she is a protagonist, but she kind of doesn't delay.
No, she was the protagonist from the beginning, and I think the occasion is Valeria getting married, but who has the main question is her. Yeah, because she gets a mirror, and her sister, which is a totally different person, has the same circumstances but chooses differently, and then she has to look at herself suddenly in a new light, and maybe it's a little bit hard.
Yeah. Why did you choose to have two Ukrainian women to be your protagonists, and there were any stereotypes that you wanted to explore?
First of all, I write and direct women more in a natural way just because I'm a woman, so it's interesting for me. And why choosing Ukraine is a very good question. I mean, my grandmother is Ukraine, but this is totally not the reason. I don't really know why I am so obsessed about this subject of set-up marriage. I don't know, but for years I've been searching and reading and seeing documentaries, and it fascinated me for a long, long time. Yeah. Especially the men, actually.
Yeah, I noticed that. And there's a recurring theme in the movie that with a certain kind of marriage, you will have a good life, a safe life. But Valeria is the kind of person that wants to explore emotions and have adventures, and instead Christina is like playing safe. So they seem like the opposites, but they also are they have a deep bond. So how is it meaningful, this bond? How important it is, and how they influence each other?
I think you can look at it from a different angle, but I think everybody has a safe side and let's say the side that dreams and wants to feel. And I think everybody compromises when it comes to relationships. It's not only Ukraine bride. Yeah. So I think the bond is because they're sisters in the film, but actually they are together, the whole person with a deep conflict about life that I think also women and men have.
They're like two sides of the same person. They represent.
When I was writing, I was thinking about this, and I split it between the sisters, but of course each one of them has the same conflict and is a little bit different than the other one.
And this is more like maybe an existential question, but why is it always women that have to be satisfied with everything?
I can try to answer from my perspective, which is a perspective of an artist, not such a doctor. I think the world is run by men. And women are in strong positions, slowly it changes, but still we are a minority, not in the sense of how many women are in the world, but we're a minority. And so you need to somehow get yourself together and have a good life, which is, you have to sometimes depend on your partner. But I really think in this film, I think also if it was a woman and a woman, there's still a difference always, even a financial difference. So I was trying to tell relationships between these specific characters, and not, I wasn't thinking about theory, just about the real story and the place that I know as a woman. I'm not, nobody bought me. I'm not for sale also. But I know the place. I know the emotional place of being needing a position of a man in this world. I know it very, very good.
So, can you say that any part of the movie or the characters themselves are inspired by something that happened in your life or someone else's life that you
No, it's inspired by the character of Christina, which I was walking with her a long, long time. It was called Christina's child in the beginning. She was pregnant. Never mind. It was a lot of it was. It's always like this writing. But then this story came because I became obsessed about these marriages, and I think it's a story that happens in one day around one flat. So, and I tried to make it like a writing challenge, not to leave the scene until I totally get everything that I can. I mean, we have one shot that starts and ends like, I don't know, 15 minutes later. So we tried to be very, very minimalistic.
And there was another sentence that struck me. It was the reference to Anche Michael and her suicide on the train track. So I was watching the movie. I was thinking that Valeria would have the same end, maybe, but but maybe that was too predictable. I don't know. But there is a bond between these two characters that you thought of, between Anna and Valeria.
Yes, I think she's miserable. I mean, she's miserable because she's in a position that she needs to choose between two very big things, and it's very hard for her. So she locks herself in the bathroom.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what to do. Yeah.
A bit more like Anna Karenina.
Yeah, but Anna Karenina also, we shot the movie like we wanted it to have a Russian-Ukraine look and references, and everything was a bit from this kind of
It was right for the...
So, and I thought it's a joke that Valeria could laugh about, and also the character that tells it has more sentences that are really her inner world. She's a bit cynical.
Yeah. And about the men in the movie, you were saying that you are interested in the characters too.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about the men. So Christina's husband is gentle at first, but it's very resolute. And then there's Valeria's supposed husband, and he really shows his love to Valeria, but it's like more enamored with the idea of marriage and of having a lovely wife, but he can actually communicate well with Valeria. So how did they came up to these two main characters?
I was speaking and looking at chats in the internet with this kind of men, and I think that nobody really thinks about himself or herself as a bad person. Even people that do things that are illegal or not very nice, they don't think they're bad. So I tried to think, I'll give you an example. I don't know, people that eat meat. They think about themselves as good people, but if you ask the pig, it's a very sad story. Yeah. So everybody has a blind spot. So I thought these men have a blind spot that maybe I don't have, but they have it, and they perceive themselves as good people that do the right thing, and I always try to write them like this, because otherwise I would be a judge, which is, I didn't study law, so I don't think I can do that. And also it would be uninteresting, I think.
And in the last shot we see Christina in the car.
Yeah,
and
smoking.
Yeah. Where, in your opinion, where is she going?
I think she's going away, but I don't know if she'll return. I think she's trying to get herself together and look at her life in a different way. It's not a physical place where she's going. She's going mentally free. She can go back to him also. Maybe he can accept the new Christina, but it's a new place. Yes.
You're set in a feature film, and you're here in Venice.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Really.
Yeah. What does it mean to present this particular movie at particular times?
I think it's special also because the war happened and Russia invaded the Ukraine It wasn't planned, of course, and it was written and directed before the war. But then we had to record Dasha, the actress, in Kiev, and we couldn't because of the war. And it became it's a co-production with the Ukraine, and it became really sad, actually. Dasha will be here soon if you want to speak to her. She says amazing things. Yeah, she's really interesting. She has an interesting perspective about everything that is happening. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I mean, it's a great festival. I love it, and we had a very good screening yesterday. So I'm happy. I'm tired.
Yeah, we understand. Okay, so we're leaving you to
no,
relax.
It's not because of you.
No. But that's okay. Thank you very much for
Thank
your
you.
answers.
Thank you.